Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Renee. Thanks for clicking on the video. I appreciate you all being here. And today is Shady Bingo Friday. And we're supposed to, for the month of November, be doing fall looks and using fall palettes to do those looks. I guess you don't really need to do a fall look per se, but we're using fall palettes. And then we're going to switch it up a little bit in December, and we're going to do like winter Christmas palettes. You don't necessarily have to do that type of a look, but that's the palettes we're going to use. So anyways, I just got a new palette from Jolie Beauty, which took almost 3 months to get here. Yeah, I'm not even joking about that. Tomorrow would have been 3 months, and I just got it like 3 days ago. So anyways, there's that. But it's the Ozzy Osbourne palette. I would have loved to have gotten the entire collection, but did I need it? No, not really. And it's super expensive for the entire collection. So I got the palette and a lippy. And I'm going to use this for my bingo. So stick around, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Alright, so let's get into the Ozzy palette. I have used this once. I really enjoy it. It's only first impression, so we'll see. But so far, so good. This is the color story right here. So what I did was I put 1 through 14. So I've got 1 through 14. So the first 2 rows, because it's a 28 pan palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to generate 2 shades for the top row, 2 shades for the bottom 2 rows. Let me get my pen and my paper so I can write down. And we'll see what we get. I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate, like they have different types of bingo games. Like you've got the regular bingo, you've got the 4 corners, you've got the kite, you've got the bow tie. There's all kinds of different bingo games. So I was trying to figure out how to incorporate that into my bingo. And I'm just trying to work on, and this for me is a fall palette, just so you know. Let me say that before I continue on. But anyways, I was trying to figure out how to incorporate different bingo games into the palette bingos to try and make it like a little bit different. So maybe like making, I don't know. I don't know how it would work. It's still like going around in my head. But anyways, the first 2 rows, let's generate numero uno and see what we get. Number 2. Oh my gosh. I can't write on that. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got number 2. Oh, that's a pretty shade. That's a shimmer shade. 6. All right. Now, let's go to the bottom 2. Sorry if there's a glare on the screen. 12. And then the last one is 11. All right, so we're going with 4 shades. Oops, let me stop the recording. And we'll see what we've got. All right, so for the top row, we've got number 2. You guys, there's number 2 and there's number 6. 2 and 6. All right, in the bottom, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is this one, and 11's this one. Okay, so maybe not so bad. Not so bad. We've got these 2 browns right here, and then these 2 shimmers here. So at least we've got a couple mattes, right? So, hold on. We've got Undercover, Mr. Crowley. So Undercover, Mr. Crowley, Bats, and Hellraiser. All right, let me get a brush out here. I'm filming this on Thursday night, and this is due tomorrow. So hopefully I can get it edited and uploaded. You know, it is what it is. My day got away from me. It's my day off. I was relaxing because it was a long week. All right, this is Hellraiser. Yeah, Hellraiser. I still can't believe how long it took me to get this dang palette. What is that? You know what? I think I might... Should I put this all over my lid? The other day, I put like a lighter shade in my crease, and then I put the darker shade all over my lid and kind of used the lighter shade to blend it out. It looked really good. And then I just put the shimmer shades on top of it, and it didn't look too bad. How I'm going to incorporate that red in this look is kind of got me a little concerned. You know what? I am going to do that. I'm going to use the dark shade first, though, and I'm just going to tap it all over, and then I'll use that later batch shade to blend everything out. I had to take my son to work a little bit ago, and I came home and I was watching a little bit of TV. And you know, I get on my couch and I get really comfortable and I just don't want to do anything. I really wanted to put up my Christmas decorations today, and I didn't do it. But I think I'll do it tomorrow. Or actually, I could do it tonight after I do this. I could bring in my my bins that have all my Christmas decorations. I was kind of trying to figure out how to maybe move around my living room a little bit to make it a little more, I don't know. I'm always thinking of ideas, but unfortunately my house is so super small, so I am limited to everything that I can do. The way that I can move things around in my house, it's very limited because of how small it is. And I have way too much stuff for the space that I have. The thing is if I could get a better shed that was enclosed, which is something that's on my to-do list of things that I would like to do. I just can't do it right now because the sheds that I've looked at are kind of a little bit pricey, but maybe eventually I'll get one. Well, I will get one eventually. It's just a matter of when I'll be able to make it happen. But that way, if it's enclosed better than the shed that I have right now, which is all opened, it would make it easier for me to store a lot of my stuff out there. Another thing is the shed's all the way in the backyard. I wish that I could have a shed that's a little bit closer to the house so I didn't have to walk all the way back there, especially on rainy days. It would be nice if I could find a way to maybe attach a shed or kind of a makeshift garage to my house, or even off of my back porch somehow, or enclose my back porch and make my back porch maybe a little bit bigger and kind of enclose it. I don't know. I have so many ideas that rack my brain. It's hard making decisions in my head sometimes, and then I'll make decisions, make it happen, and then I'm like, well, I should have done this or I should have done that, you know. Like, I'm grateful for my house, but at the same time I think back and I wish that maybe I would have taken a little more time to look at other options, maybe a house that was a little bit bigger than what I have, because when I bought my house it was a really good time to buy, because it's when they were doing like tax credits for first time home buyers and stuff like that. So it was a really good time to buy, and interest rates were really great, so it would have been prime time. But I saw this house when I was taking my son to preschool one day, and the price was really good because it was only like, it wasn't even $160,000 when I bought it, you know? So, I don't know. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Just didn't happen. So I have to make do with what I have, because I just don't think it would be in my best interest to try to sell now and buy another house. You know, I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at right now, and I just don't think it would be financially feasible for me to do that right now, because my mortgage payment is pretty decent. And when I hear the mortgage payments that other people have, I'm just like, I'll make my little house work, you know? I'll just make it work. I'll figure it out. If I have to go buy some more bins from Wally World, then I got to go buy some more bins at Wally World. And if I got to figure out my shed out there to make it work for me and keep it from leaking, you know, even if I do have to get another shed and figure it out, I will, you know. I got to do what I got to do to make my little space work for me. All right, so we've got, I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit more. Why is that? Maybe I took it up too much. That's okay. A highlighter will fix it up. So we got that. Ah, the red. You know what? Let me put a little bit of the Hellraiser on the lower lash line as well. And kind of bring it out to meet out here. So I was watching this video. What happened to my brush? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going into Mr. Crowley. I was watching this video from Peter Mon. It popped up and it said, Wayne Goss, we need to talk, or something to that effect. Uh-oh. I don't think this brush is going to work. Oh, I think I'm going to have to use my finger, guys. I think I'm going to have to use my finger. And I guess Wayne Goss had... That is so beautiful. Oh my goodness gracious. So, I guess Wayne Goss uploaded this video. It's like 3 minutes and 5 seconds. And he's basically talking about views. So Peter Mon was talking about this video that Wayne Goss uploaded. And so he kind of went over it. And so before I even finished watching Peter Mon's video, I went over to Wayne Goss's channel and I watched that video. And he was talking about how he started his channel like 16 years ago. And he just uploaded the video in hopes to, because he said he's not artistic. And so he was like, if I can do makeup, anybody can do makeup. And so he was uploading videos to maybe help women know that you don't have to be a professional to do makeup. You know what I mean? That anybody can do it, and giving you easy tips and tricks to be able to create really pretty, you know, makeup looks and stuff like that. And he was talking about, Peter Mon talked about the views that Wayne Goss is getting on his channel, because a lot of channels, their views are going down. Because Wayne Goss said, because the algorithm has favorites. And I believe that, you know what I mean? The algorithm has AI, and AI picks what it thinks other people want to watch. And then he also kind of touched on, TikTok and Instagram, like the shorts, and how people have really short attention spans. And Wayne Goss was saying, and Peter Mon as well, that they can't get across what they want to get across in like 10 seconds or 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Like if they're going to talk to you about something, they're just going to be themselves, and they're going to like talk to you about how to do things, or about what's going on, or about how they're feeling, and not chop it up. Because realistically, if you become a makeup artist, you can't learn how to be a makeup artist watching 10-second videos. You actually have to go to school and put in the work and the time. And you can't do that in a TikTok minute video. And granted, you can do 10-minute videos on TikTok, but most of the time people's attention span is really not that great, and so they won't watch it. Heck, I don't even know how long the video is of that Walmart video that I posted on TikTok. I don't even think it was like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And when I look at my like statistics on the video or whatever, it's like 1.2 1.76% of people actually watch the entire video, which kind of explains a lot of the comments in the comment section on that video. You didn't even watch the video. You saw the thumbnail of the line because that was just the thumbnail that I picked for that video. I had no clue that it was going to blow up. Like, that's not the reason I did the video. I just wanted to share it because I like to do vlog videos. I like to do stuff like that. This is not like I'm trying to get rich and make this a job, because actually, if you are, you picked the wrong time to do it. You really did. Because unless you're big time and have sponsors and stuff like that, you're just, it's not feasible. Even bigger creators are not getting the views that they used to get, really. Angie Nequist was just talking about how she's going to put, I mean, she's still going to upload videos, but she's going to put more of her full-time job is going to be her beauty brand, and her extra, what do you call it? Her like making extra money is going to be from her YouTube, you know? So, I mean, what is that right there? I don't know what that is. But anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought. But it's crazy to me that people will see something and like make assumptions, and like just want to get like a quick fix. And if you want, I don't know how to explain it. If you want to really know how to do something and how it works, it has to be a longer video. Like, I enjoy watching Michaela. I know a lot of people don't. I get why you don't like her, and that's fine and dandy, but I do. And some people might think I'm a terrible human being because I like Michaela. I don't know. Her videos catch my attention, and every video that she does that I watch the entire video. And it's crazy to me. And anyways, it comes down to this. Everything has its ups and downs, its ebbs and flows, its trends and off trend. And eventually, I do believe, because I've heard other people say it as well, that maybe the YouTube longer form content will come back. I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it absolutely will not. It's just only time will tell. And with AI, you know, fixing stuff, it's going to make it really difficult for people to get rich quick on this platform. You know what I mean? Like, some people really think of it as easy money, and it's not. And I see all the work people put into their channels. I do, but in this day and time, it's going to be really difficult to create a channel that's really going to blow up, so to speak, you know, unless you get into what a lot of people are watching right now, which is true crime, gaming, stuff like that. I've heard does really well, or live streaming on TikTok. But I'm not going to go do lives and beg people for gifts, you know. I don't know. But I guess what the point I was trying to get to before my head kind of goes all over the place is Wayne Goss was basically giving tips to people to say, don't forget why you started. You know, he's not going to stop. He's not going to stop making videos just because his views aren't what they once were. Because he said, if I can help one person, then, I've got fallout. Then I've done my job. You know, I've made a difference for that one person. And a lot of the people that have channels, I think, in my opinion, and I've heard other people say the same thing, is that they blew up and then they became a different person, which is fine to become a different person, but you should never forget where you came from, ever. Because why did you start your channel? Why? Did you start your channel because you wanted to make money, or did you start your channel because makeup was a passion and that you enjoyed doing it? I've talked about this before on my channel. I started my channel because I started watching videos and it looked like fun. And I wanted to do it because it looked like fun. And I started making some connections with people in the comments that and people that I was watching their videos, and I would comment on their videos, and then they would comment back to me, and it was just really cool. It was like these little communities, and making videos and seeing the edits that people did, it just looked like a lot of fun. I had, and I will say this every time, I never knew that you could make money from making videos. So making money doing this was the absolute last thing on my mind. I enjoyed makeup. I enjoyed watching makeup videos, and I wanted to do it too. So that's why I started my channel. And I've never strayed away from that. I wanted to get monetized, don't get me wrong. Like once I found out about getting monetized, I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. And so, of course, I had a goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I never expected to really get, much more following than that. And I was happy once I got to 1,000. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to get to 1,000 because it was like a goal. And to be honest with you, you gotta have a lot more followers to make any kind of money on views at all. At all. Like, I think the most I've gotten is maybe a little over $200 in an entire year. And usually I get a check for like $104, maybe a little over $100. And that's usually right after Vlogmas. But Wayne Goss, like, he's got 3.5 million followers, and he's got videos that only have 4.1 thousand views. Like, that's crazy for a channel of his size. His views are really low, so that explains the views on my channel. I mean, whoops. I guess if you wanted to cheat the system a little bit, you could make your views a little bit more and try and get yourself out there. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there that do that, that buy subscribers or pay money to those people that are always in your comments talking about your SEO, or, even people would probably go so far as to creating multiple other channels and using those other channels to comment on their own videos to, push them out there. And then they have that hype thing to help smaller creators. Does it really help though? You only get 3 hypes a week. And I watch multiple channels. So that makes it really difficult because I can't hype all the channels that I want to hype. All right, now what are we going to go into? I really like that red. I think it's pretty. I don't know if I've got it on there very well. We'll use this one. Try and blend this out a little bit. But I ain't got the time or the patience for all that. I got a full-time job, and I enjoy my full-time job. I enjoy getting out of the house and being around people. I don't know that I would want this to be my full-time job where it's just me, myself, and I every day, all day, and just having online relationships. I like having people in real life. I like getting up and getting ready and actually leaving the house to go to a job. I enjoy that. And being a creator, I guess if you're a lone wolf and you enjoy being alone all the time, is one thing, but that could really mess with your mental health, I'm sure. Not having people to hang out with and just hanging out with yourself all the time. You know, online relationships can only take you so far. That's why I'm so grateful for the people that I have met here, because, you know, like Tish, I met Tish on YouTube and she's my best friend. You know, we do everything together. She's, you know, come over and brought me food when I'm sick. She's taken me to doctor's appointments. I took her food. You know, we go hiking together. You know, we do a lot of stuff together. And I like that. I enjoy that because I have a person that I can hang out with, not just online, but in real life as well. And even if like the other beauty ninjas, if they lived closer, I'd be hanging out with them all the time too. And I've actually gone, like when I went to Maryland, I went and visited with Amanda that I met. And I met Christine and hung out with her in person. And they're both amazing people. And I wouldn't know them if it wasn't for YouTube. So YouTube kind of it helped me find my people, if that makes sense. It helped me find my people that enjoy the same things I do. Because not that I don't have people in my real life right now that enjoy doing things, but it's hard because we have different schedules. So it's hard to make plans to hang out with each other and do things, you know. Man, I think my base is a mess. I used this AOA Studio. I used this darker stick foundation for a bronzer. And then I used the lighter one as my foundation. But I have heard that the Shop Miss A, the dewy formula, is supposed to be really good for mature skin. So I really want to do a Shop Miss A haul and try the dewy foundation. I'm going to get off and I'm going to finish this all up. But what are we thinking? I just put the undercover on the inner corner there. But I'm going to finish everything up and I'll be back to show you the final look and bid you adieu. So hang tight, guys. Alrighty, guys, I'm back and I kind of put some blush on, did my lashes a little bit. I think I got to figure out the formula on these shimmer shades because it looks maybe a little bit patchy. I did try to use my sponge tip applicator, but I think what you would have to do is how I've seen people pick up the shimmer shades and then, like Riri, she rubs her fingers together like this on textured shades and kind of blends them out and then puts them on. And I think that would be kind of the best thing to do with that shade and the undercover as well. I put it on the inner corner and it doesn't look bad, but it's like, I don't want to say chunky, but kinda, you know what I mean? Like there's like a lot of glitter, potential spam calling. There's like a lot of what look like glitter particles in it, although it doesn't really feel glittery. I'm going to use the Ozzy Lippy, and it's called All Aboard, the shade. And I used for my lip liner, I used my P. Louise in Came to Play. I really like this. I got a piece of hair. There we go. Came to Play. I like these little lip liners, and I've used Came to Play quite a bit. So let's put this. These do dry down. So you're definitely going to want to put a gloss on or even put a chapstick underneath of it. I really like this shade. It's really dark and vampy, and I like that. I don't know why I don't wear shades like this more, because like I really like the way that these darker shades look on me. I think it's really pretty. What do you guys think? Would you call this a fall look? I think so. I think so for sure. It hasn't dried down yet. But I think I'm going to use the Illuminati gloss. I'm pretty sure I got this in an Eyescream Beauty box, I want to say. Put a little bit on top of here. Yeah, that's perfect. That's so pretty. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I really appreciate you. Sorry about my little, like, not really a rant, but sometimes I'll talk about something and then, like, another thought comes in my head, so I kind of trail off. I have a hard time, you know what I mean? Like, keeping my thought process on one thing, because if another thought pops into my head, I need to talk about it because I'm afraid I'm going to forget it. And then when I start talking about another subject, then I might think of something else, and then I got to talk about that because I'm afraid I'm going to forget about that. And so sometimes my thoughts are all over the place. But in the end, I guess you should do things because you enjoy doing them and not just because you're expecting to make money or get rich or whatever it is, you know? Can you do that? Yes. Does it happen for everybody? No. And if that's your whole mindset, you might get disappointed sometimes, you know, especially right now because of the way things are working with AI and the algorithm, and how some videos get pushed out and some don't because AI picks what they think people want to watch or what's going to get the main views. It's kind of like how they have AI putting ads in our videos because, like Angie was saying, they think that AI can better put our ads in spots in our videos, but not necessarily, because sometimes I've gone in to go delete the ads. I'm not sure if it actually does delete them, but I'll go in and delete them because it'll be like a 20-minute video and all there is ad. And I'm like, why are you putting so many ads? Nobody's going to want to watch it. And then people are going to get ad blockers, and then they get ad blockers and you're not going to get paid for it. So they're making it very difficult for anybody to really make a career out of this, I guess you could say, especially now because, like Peter was kind of saying, is the beauty community has gotten oversaturated, because I think the people that started on YouTube in the beginning kind of blew up so fast because it was new. And then people saw these people blow up and making money and getting rich and doing all these fun things and creating brands and getting invited on these vacations for free and getting free product. And so they start their channel and they're like, oh, that's cool, expecting that that's what's going to happen. When all of these people originally started doing this, I don't think they knew that what happened to them was going to happen to them. They literally started their channels for their love of makeup. And then they got rich, and I think it kind of changed who they are. But at the same time, if you want to stay relevant and get views, you kind of have to change your content. I just kind of post whatever I want to post. I enjoy makeup. I enjoy going on hikes. I enjoy traveling. I like doing vlogs. I like going shopping. So I like doing shopping hauls and unboxings, and I just enjoy a lot of different things. And so I like to share all of those things, and I don't want to just put myself in a little box to where that's all I'm filming is just makeup, makeup, makeup. Well, not everybody wants to see makeup. Maybe somebody wants to see me go on a hike somewhere in Washington and they want to watch that. Maybe somebody likes to watch unboxings. So I like to put a little bit of everything on my channel. So maybe there's something here for everybody. And maybe they're not going to watch every single one of my videos, but maybe they'll watch all the vlog videos. They might not watch all the makeup videos, but they'll watch all the vlog videos. And if I didn't have those vlogs, then they wouldn't be on my channel. And I don't want to create another channel because keeping up with one with a full-time job is already enough. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, do things because you love them and not because you're expecting to make a crap ton of money and get a bunch of free product. Because honestly, I don't know that I would want all that pressure. There's a couple brands I would like to get PR from, 100%. Am I going to be heartbroken if I don't? No. Am I going to be thrilled if I do? Yeah. Am I going to expect, do I expect that kind of stuff? No, not at all. When I started getting PR from Busy Beauty Customs, I was mind-blown. Like, I was a little tiny channel. I never expected her to message me and ask me if I wanted to be a part of her team. That meant a lot to me. And that's all I needed. I didn't need all these other brands sending me stuff. You know, I had a good relationship with Steph. She's like one of my best friends. You know, we text every day. I love her to death. And aside from the makeup, like, she's a great person, and it's about the people, not the products, you know? Anyways, I'm going to stop my ranting because I probably talked long enough. There will be a playlist linked down below. I highly recommend you go click on the link, follow the playlist, hit play all, go see what the other ladies used and the shades they got, and hopefully they didn't get screwed. I feel like I got a pretty cohesive look. I think that was a really good idea, splitting it up, because it's such a big palette. But anyways, let me show you again before I go. There's the palette, and we used this red shade right here, Mr. Crowley. We used this shade right here, which is, what was it, Undercover? And then we used Bats and Hellraiser. I think it came together really nicely. I just got to kind of play with that shade a little bit and figure it out. But check out the playlist. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy this kind of stuff, as well as, like I said, a lot of other things, I hope that you will join the family, because it doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just go down below, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. That way you can get notified when I make a new upload. Give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Say hi. Let me know that you stopped by. And hopefully I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.